Hey guys, I am here joined today by the One-Eyed Dragon. How are you doing today?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
I just told you before we got on the recording how crazy and hectic it is here. So you're just dropping off your kids?
Yeah, I dropped off the kids and I'm on my way to work right now. So I had time to kill.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you coming on the show. So my main question is you were with X MMA. Are you signed as a contract to them right now, or are you exclusive?
I don't think so. I think it was just one of those one-off things. I just signed a bout agreement. I didn't sign an extensive deal with them, so
Okay.
I, so I
Is
can
that a
fight Brent if I want to.
is that a company that you'd like to stay with? I know they're actually getting some big names like John Dodson and stuff over there, and Nate Marquardt. Is that a company you'd like to fight with?
I mean, it's a good company to be with. It seems like they put the money in their people, and they work really hard for the people that are representing them in the cage. So then they know people, the connections are good, so it's always a good thing to keep that open and always try to keep a positive friendship with them. I mean, if it gets me to the next level, I'll do it, but if it doesn't, then it's just another promotion.
Absolutely. Are you trying to make your way to the UFC? Is that your main goal in the end?
I'm trying to actually make it to Bellator. I really don't want to go to the UFC. After watching how UFC handles most of their guys, they don't. You're just a number to them. You're just like another factory job. It's like, well, you don't cut it, then we got someone else that will, and it's constant like filtered through. And Dana White said it himself. He has to bulk up his roster just in case people can't make it and they get sick. So it's not even the fact that you got to be good; it's the fact that you're just a body. And as the UFC's already speak for itself. If you're fighting for the UFC, that's enough. Talk for yourself. People are going to go out on their sword, go out on the field for the UFC just because that's what it is. And Bellator, like a bunch of my teammates have fought for Bellator, and knowing how well they treated our guys, and seeing the treatment, I was like, man, I really would want that because they don't care for another body. They want you to, they care for you as a martial artist and as a fighter and as a person. So I really, really keyed in on that.
For sure. Like I was actually talking to Liam McGeary. I don't know if you remember him. He was a light heavyweight champ at Bellator.
Yeah, I do.
And he was saying like he wasn't even signed. He's not signed to them anymore, and he had his jaw broken, and they actually sent him and paid for his surgery, even though he wasn't with the company anymore. So they do really take care of their performers over there.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing. Like UFC has all this money to do it, but like they'll say that we can't cover that because it's not in our it's not in our policy or something or another. Or you're not signed to us anymore, so it's not our responsibility. And
For
then
sure.
another Bellator being who Bellator is, caring about people, and that's what you want.
Oh yeah, I do. I wish that Bellator actually went to the next level and got above UFC. Maybe over the next years. I mean, they got some big signees. I think their light heavyweight division's better than the UFC's, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, no, 100% it is. It's definitely bigger because it's not the same old faces. UFC light heavyweight division is getting more of a resurgence now because Jones is gone, and like there's new faces there, but it's still the rinse, lather, repeat type deal. None of those guys are like outstanding better than the other. They're just either out grittier or they just happen to be younger than the other person.
Absolutely.
Bellator is just like everybody wants to fight. It doesn't matter who you are, where you came from. We're going to fight, and that's just how it is, and that's how it should be. It should always be like that. I shouldn't have to fight to save my job. I should fight because I love it.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree with that. Now I have to ask, when you was it harder without you can't see out of the one eye at all?
No, I can only see light, so
Oh.
that's the only thing I can see.
Now, has that been the biggest obstacle, obviously, for you? Like, were you born that way with it, or?
No, I had lost my eye. I was like 17 in a car wreck accident, which was not my fault. I was riding with one of my friends
Okay.
at the time, and I had my cousin and my friend's little brother in the car, and I was sitting in the passenger seat, and he had swerved and hit a tree. Like, he was not paying attention. You're 17 years old, you're driving super fast, you're invincible, nothing's gonna hurt you.
Exactly.
Yeah. He swerved, hit a tree, and then the only reason why I got cut is because the the two people in the back seat were coming towards the front, like heading towards the windshield, and I managed to save them. And then as I turned back to look around, I hit my face on the dashboard and it pinned me in the car. So
Oh boy.
It happened. So I mean, that's probably been the biggest obstacle in the career so far, is that people are like, you can't fight because you have one eye. It's scientifically impossible. I'm like, no, but you can tell me I can drive a car. That doesn't sound safe. So,
Yeah.
let me drive a 2,000-pound death machine around at 60 miles an hour and hope nothing happens. But you won't let me take a punch to the face.
Yeah.
Like, get out here with that mess.
Now, do people, when you're signing a contract, will always worry about that a little bit more than, like, is it a question they ask, like, before signing you to a contract?
No, I don't think I've never had that actually asked before.
Okay, because and especially like you see people, for instance, I don't know what company it was, because they wouldn't let, it was Michael Bisping, they wouldn't let him fight anymore or something because of his eye. So do you think that was just something to do with the UFC?
I think so, but at the same time, Michael Bisping, like, he was in the limelight a lot, and then it's a new thing. If you're like, hey, I just got this eye injury, people are going to be like, oh, you can't fight no more. That means you're done, because that's what they're waiting on. They're waiting on someone to hang up their gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did enough, and blah blah blah. And we just had another guy Sean Spencer. He's trying to get eye surgery for his left eye and saying that UFC won't pay for it, stuff like
Yeah,
that. It can
Sean
be done.
Spencer.
Yeah.
He's
Say it again.
Oh, Sean Spencer, he fought Sam Stout and stuff in the lightweight division before, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, that's all it was. I think it's the fact that they were talking about it and made it very public. If he had just shut up and was like, I'm gonna do it, he did get by with it. I mean, he won the belt with one eye, which is even crazier because it takes a long time to get that depth perception and get that timing down when you have just a cone division, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. So you came off the one loss. What did you learn from that loss, and how do you come back better from that?
I went back and watched the tape. I could tell that there was respect between me and him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he did not want me coming forward, and I didn't want him to come forward. So there was a lot of waiting. So I am doing my best to eliminate the fact that I have to wait on somebody. I'm working on being first. I know that my last two fights, whenever I struck first, I was having success. So it's really all it is, just being first and not caring what the other person's strong with,
Absolutely. And before I let you go, I just got a couple more questions. Who is someone that you looked up to growing into the sport of MMA?
Probably Vince, right? Like, training with old Vince over the years, like, training with him before he got signed into the UFC and before he was a Strikeforce, like watching him do his thing all those years and watching my other teammates do all this stuff, it was just, inspiring. And like, I really looked up to the guys, and a lot of guys that, I look up to are now like some of my closest friends. So I look up to a lot of those guys. I can't really say anybody in the UFC right now. So, because I don't really see anybody that's like, man, they caught my attention.
Mm-hmm.
I used to say Rampage, but like now I'm just like, no.
You mean Fat?
I look up to, huh?
You mean Fat Page now?
Yeah, Fat Page. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. He got huge.
Yeah, it's crazy. You're just cutting out a little bit. Might be because you're driving.
That's the nature of the beast, man. That money talks.
Absolutely, I totally agree with that. And when do you expect to fight again, and what next?
I don't know. I hope to fight next month sometime, which would be nice, But you never know. I'll probably fight the first year. Ideally, I would like to fight next month, but it may not happen. A lot of people are not trying to jump at the bit at me. I don't know why. It's because I'm coming off a loss. So, I mean, it'd be easier to be like, hey, I want to fight this guy. He just came off a loss. So a lot of guys ain't trying to jump on that. So that's kind of weird. So
Hmm.
probably first of the year, probably January, probably February.
Okay.
Ideally, maybe start calling out some Bellator fighters, see what they're gonna do.
Yeah, that'd be great. And maybe once you get the next win, is that when you would like to get assigned to Bellator?
Yeah, or just bring me in. Period. Bellator. It'd be nice to get the next win at Bellator. So
That's true.
you know, they're always bringing people in to get fed to. I'm not the one to get fed to, so I'm, you know, you bring me in to build your boy up. That might not be a good idea for you and your guy.
And is bantamweight the division that you would like to stay in, or would you like to go up or down ever?
I would like to stay at bantamweight. At featherweight, I'm pretty small compared to the other guys.
Yeah.
They all cut from like 170 and so on and so forth. I'm cutting from like 55, 58 to 35. So and
Mm-hmm.
it's almost all muscle. So it's
Yeah.
pretty tough. I used to fight at 25. I could never do that again.
Oh boy.
I was not a happy person to be around.
Bantamweight is stacked in Bellator.
It is. It is. The only thing that Bellator is missing is a star. That's it. A star in each division. Bellator has yet to have a 35-pound star.
I wish it was Koraguchi.
It might be if he beats Sergio, he will be Bellator's star. Especially with the whole Strike Force. He was at Strike Force, I think, with Scott Coker back in the day. So
Yeah. Is there anything you want me to get you to say before you or shout out before I let you go today?
not really. Just ask whatever. I'm pretty open book. So
Okay. And I'll definitely have to get you back on the show. Hopefully you get that fight in January.
yeah, sounds good to me, man.
All right. Keep in touch and we'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
Thank
See
you
ya.
for